Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Got him! Got him!
What you talking about? What you doing, man? What you talking about? What you talking about, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Mr. Know-It-All. Miss Bella, let's get into the show. Tell us about what the show topic is about.
Okay, but before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know It All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, there's the information. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. But the subject topic tonight, let's talk about things that are not acceptable in a relationship. So, you feel like it's not acceptable? We're here to talk about it. Let's get it started. What's up, stranger? Mr. Harper in the house. Chris, what's up? He said, let's get it. Oh, this is something he must want to talk about. You here for it, Chris? What's up? Chelsea said, hey, messy Monday. That's that part.
Okay.
Oh, loving the hair. Okay, the beautiful. That's me. Thank you, Chris. I love your compliments all the ways. It's all in there. So let's get it started. Let's talk about things that are not acceptable in relationships. But hey, we can go get a whole list of things right now. Intensity, possessiveness, manipulation, isolation, sabotaging, belittling, guilting, violating, deflecting responsibility, and betrayal. That just covered a whole multitude of things when we're discussing these relationship stats. Okay, Chelsea said, okay, haircut. All right, he got it together over there and stuff. No hat thing, just doing it, just showing off the fresh cut. Turn to the side, let us see. There it is.
I ain't studying ya.
Chris says social media. Yeah, I said it. What? Hey, Chris. That part, that what you said. Look, why you're tripping. It's one of those things we're talking about. So, hey, since you said it, let's go on to there. Bad social media vibes. This is the thing we hear all the time. I don't put my life on Facebook. Don't nobody know nothing about me on Facebook. They don't know what I'm dealing with. They don't know what I'm really going through. It's just my life on Facebook. That's what people do. Bad social media vibes can lead you to a wrong place. Just say, for instance, let me give you a prime example. You're running for mayor, right? You're running for mayor, but in your social media stats, you're always liking and loving hate crimes, racist statements, everything about racist stuff. You are part of this on social media. So you're running for mayor. So the first thing they're doing, they're looking for things that coincide or connect you with what you're involved in. Okay, just say for instance, you're out here, you got a whole wife and kids. You around here, you like a child pornography. You interested and want to know all about this stuff, bikini shots and things. You're all into that. So what you connect yourself on social media identifies you as a person, and everybody knows that.
Yep.
Just say, for instance, you're thinking about something like me. If I go on Google and Google something, I'm looking for this tool or this house stuff. All of a sudden, it show up on Facebook. Facebook, why are you watching what I Google?
Yeah.
So everything that I've been looking at on my Google, Facebook have it. It identifies you. So I'm just saying in the stat of how close you can be identified or whatever you are involved in on social media. But go ahead.
Yeah. Somebody asked me to Google up something yesterday, and I looked at the subject. I was like, no, 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 no. I said, you Google that up on your phone. I
Wow.
mean, it's just
But they
certain
will attach you, right?
right. They don't attach you to stuff you see. I try to Google up stuff that's what they say, educational, knowledgeable, or just stuff that people just want to know. But if you just educate, just googling up all kind of stuff, it like you said, if you look up something on YouTube, it gonna start sending you all kind of stuff, the same thing, kind of stuff on YouTube.
But
You know?
listen, just say for instance, just say if I had me a husband and some children, right? If I had these things in my life and I decide to live a social media life, like none of those in existence. My thing, I'm protecting my family. So I'm not posting them on social media. I'm not putting my kids on here. You're not knowing where I live. You're not knowing what I drive. People do post their cars and things, but you're not knowing what I drive. You're not knowing anything about me, right? So if I live this life above my means, I may be living in my car, but I'm living like I'm rocking this way or that way. Social media will just portray what I put on. So whether it's real or not, that's the identification you have become with social media. So bad social media vibes. Why would you have to live an impression life on social media? And so many people has reformed to that. That's what they do now. First thing that happened in their lives, they run to Facebook with it. Oh, I got flowers today. Somebody loved me. Well, I put it on social media because this is the life that people has reformed to live with
But you
social
know
media.
what? That's single life stuff. Because if you
No,
no, listen what I'm saying. If you got flowers and you run the social media talking about you got flowers and this and that, your man not better not be watching. You got
why?
flowers.
Why? Because it's social media, so it shouldn't matter, right?
What you talking about?
Even if my man is watching, why would it matter if I put it on social media? Because right, social media is not supposed to be my life. So why would that even matter?
What you mean it's not supposed to be a life?
I just said people posting on social media, living this, whatever they do for the people to put it out there, right? So if I posted some flowers, I ain't say my man, I just said I got flowers. And then your man know he didn't give you those flowers. He
Right,
gonna
right.
want to know who got it from, who
Right.
got these for you.
Social media done got people choked and killed. I'm
That part.
just saying.
But it works all ways, and that's what people are not understanding. That's the problem. Bad social media vibes. That's what we're talking about here. So we can keep it on. What's up, Tasha? She said hello.
So what is the topic for tonight? Let me get myself back on.
Okay, well, let me help you out because I think you missed us for a minute because you had went on a commercial break or whatever. But you're here with us, right? Hello. Hello. Are you here? Okay, well, for Mr. Know-It-All, let's start over, okay?
You ain't got to start over. I just asked a topic. I ain't tell you to start over. All I asked was
I just said, because you was gone for at least 10 minutes. But anyway.
The show ain't been on 10 minutes.
Almost.
No, see.
Almost. Let me reword that. Almost 10 minutes. Okay. Let's talk about things that are not acceptable in a relationship.
Not acceptable in a relationship. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So social media is something that's not a social.
No, that's not what we said. So now we got to start over for that. We weren't saying that it wasn't acceptable. We just said
Listen, just because you can't keep up with what I'm saying, don't try to make it seem like
No,
caught.
you're wrong for that. What you just said.
What I'm
You
saying.
said
But that's how
I'm
you
not
did
trying
to
to
me.
keep up with you.
That's what you did to me.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay, go ahead. What you was trying to insinuate? That
I
you need
just
to
said,
start over.
let me be honest and
Okay.
open right now. You were not paying attention to nothing we were just saying. So let us slow
I
down.
was paying attention.
No, you was getting your water or something, So we talked about it. That's what I was
Yeah,
just
you're right, Chris. Disrespect is unacceptable. Let me see. Mm, the energy and the jealous too. Mhm. What's up, Nina? In his house. Everybody. What's up, Dee in his house?
Hi Dee Dee. Hi Nina.
And don't forget to like and share. It don't cost a thing. Let's get into it.
So you ready, boo?
Yeah, I'm ready for you to go. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that I'm all caught up.
Okay, well thank you.
Yeah,
About time.
yeah. Okay.
Did you see Chris made the statement? He made the statement social media. He said it would. So we were first talking about bad social media vibes. That's what we were initially just discussing.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so you understood that part.
I just asked for you doing all that. All I asked for was the topic again. I didn't ask for a preview. We can keep on going just like it is. I heard what was going on.
Well, go ahead and read.
What you mean?
That's where we at now.
No, you already did that. The bad
Okay,
social media vibe.
okay, we that's where we were. So go on to the next topic.
Hey, it's on you.
Okay, okay.
When you say control and be uh when you say control and behavior, what you mean by that? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? I asked you a question.
Mm-hmm. I was clearing my throat, getting myself together. Okay. Like a controlling behavior, I'm speaking of things. It may not be a controlling date at first, nothing like that. Maybe it starts with a stream of constant text messages, or you suddenly showing up doing your night out with your friends. Like, hey, I'm out. Oh, there he is. Maybe he find little ways to put you down or suggest that you change the way you dress or lose a little weight. Or maybe they like to dislike your friends or family or have major problems with your platonic friends. Before you know it, they're demanding that you stop spending so much time with your loved ones. Although it may start small, controlling behaviors tends to get worse over time. I need you home by this time. I need you here by this time. What you doing? Who you with? Come here. You know, it may be the little things. I need you to do this for me. I need you to make me feel this type of way. You're not making me feeling happy no more. So now they want you to revert to make them feeling happy. So it's like little things people try to control that may be small, but it'll lead to big things.
You know what?
I don't want you to go out with your boys tonight. I want to spend time with you on Tuesdays, but that's your boys' night. Tuesday night. No, it's our time. I want a Tuesday night.
Okay. My rebuttal to that is to me, every behavior is learned behavior. So when you said about controlling behavior, the first thing I thought about was a mother, you know, talking to her child. And I think the same thing that you instill in the child is the same thing that child gonna instill to the world, you know, after that. Because like if we look at it, we look at how a lady talks to her child, she tell them, "Oh, go do this. Oh, do it because I said so." Whoop whoop. Um, she make her children lie for her. She make them, do this. Oh, tell them I'm not home. Tell them this here. Tell them I don't smoke. Tell them I don't. I mean, it's a lot of things that we we tell kids and we control them in a certain kind of way to tell them do this and tell them do that and tell them do that. But that same child, when he go older, he gonna try to find somebody to do the same thing to. You ever thought about it like that? Because learned behavior is learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, abuse people abuse people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like if a person been treating a person a certain kind of way, shouldn't they say it just like they say on the song? Blame it on your mom.
And that's what you're gonna
Or,
stick
or
with.
blame it on your parents. Or how you turn out. Um, Parents have to have a level of responsibility how you turn out, right?
I agree.
Because if we don't accept responsibility, I put it away. I was telling people, just like this here, what you put into stuff is what you get out. Like you'll see a dude and he would train a dog and he had his dog so nice, well trained, sit down, do this, whoop, 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 whoop. And it's the same thing when somebody's raising a child or getting them the reason your child don't pick up paper or this and that because you didn't demand him to live a certain standard, on his way up. You know what I'm saying? Because I catch myself, what I'm saying, knowing that my mama instilled in me to pick up paper, clean up, or whatever, whatever. You know, even when I don't want to do stuff, something in me will say, "Man, watch them dishes. Man, pick up the paper. Man, don't leave that. Don't take care of your yard better. Do this better. Do that." But because it's stuff that's been instilled in you since you was young, and somebody kept on instilling it in you. You know what I'm saying? And I think when parents are raising children, they never stop trying to give them the game because they got to realize they at least 15, 20 years older than their child, and they got a lot, that head start, and they should keep pouring into them what they learning over the years. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100% on that part, right? But nothing's wrong with taking what you were instilled and using it for your growth. So there are a lot of things that I was instilled as a child, but me as an adult, I found it to be different in certain areas. But the qualities that I feel like that would be good for me, I do use those things. And I appreciate my parents, both of them. Everything that I've learned the good and the bad. I appreciate that. But there are some things in life that you have to try and teach yourself on the qualities that you instill from your parents. Because everything that your parents teach you, they don't always know just everything. So there are some things you have to learn from yourself because the life we live in may be a little different than how our parents came up. So that's what I'm meaning in that sense. So yeah.
Gary says, so that means he better stop watching porn in the front of.
That's the life that we're living now. People are okay with it. So if your wife or girlfriend is okay with watching porn in the front,
Well, I guess
then
he
you
might.
rock that way.
Mm. Do you think we done some kind of way done got out of line? You know, like I feel like we run around, you know, in the inner city, and I hear people talking about they want to do better than this and that, but it's like everybody in a copycat mode. I watch one woman, and it's like you see a woman now, she do something new. The next thing I know, all that year, all you see is women matching the same thing. You know, I seen one or two women wearing lace fronts. Next thing I know, everybody had a lace front. You know, they got lace front braids, lace front this, lace front. I mess around seeing a woman wearing tights. Next thing I know, every woman wearing tights. They got blue jean tights. They got blue tights, green tights.
It's called trends. We've
No,
experienced.
no, no, I understand, but see, we, you know, as ladies, sometimes we can't just follow a trend. You feel what I'm saying? See, somewhere, some point, to me, a woman got to get to the point and say, "This is me. I don't follow a trend." See, trends come and go, but if you are authentic, you don't need a trend to change every, you know, every year, every 2 years, you change into something different. You know what I'm saying?
When you say changing into something different, are you just meaning for the outer appearance or what?
Yeah, if you walk around and you look around and everybody wearing the same thing, where is the trend at? I mean, everybody got
When
the same.
everybody wearing the same thing,
No,
you mean what is the difference?
no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like trend means we don't we don't value individuality anymore. Trends like, oh, he wearing that. Oh, I want that. You know, see, men
That's what I just said.
when
That's
I
I
you know I
understand
used to
you.
be
Listen to what you're saying.
see
You
when I was
say,
I
okay,
put it away. I put it away. When I was coming up, when we seen somebody wear some Gucci, you know, when this dude was wearing Gucci, somebody wanted Louis Vuitton. Then the other dude wearing Louis Vuitton, somebody else wanted Petty Pale or
what
this and
about Jabos? Who
yeah.
was wearing Jabos?
What?
At one time, who were wearing Jabos? What type of guys or who were wearing Jabos? Everybody was wearing them.
I can't say everybody was wearing them because like I said, everybody back then, if somebody seen somebody with this on, he would purposely, if he was in a store, he wouldn't get that. You understand? Like it was a whole thing that you didn't want to see each other in the same outfit. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was like when you went to a club, people wasn't dressed alike. Like you can go to the club now and you can look in the club and you can see 10 women in there with tights on, 10 women in there with, you know what I'm saying? Like they had the same outfit. Oh, they got black tights, this and that, you know, but some tennis shoes. I mean, it just things done changed. My boy said everybody was wearing jabos.
Well, we weren't there yet. He said, "Hello, everybody. My name is Gary, and it's my pleasure for y'all to meet me." I post my wife on social media because her ass is fat. Am I wrong? If that's what you want to post, that's what you post. It's your social media page. He said, tighten up now. Y'all covering off. We fucking by. What we doing? I don't know. Gary, wrong. Setting himself up for heartache, probably. Chelsea says she never thought of it that way. She was talking in regards to the parent thing that we are examples of what we're taught. So I guess I better stop watching porn in the front, huh? Gary in the front of the house? That's kind of weird. Nikki said he's saying no one really have style anymore. We are wearing the same thing.
Right.
Well, I don't. So it's a special TV to watch it on or some. Everybody was wearing Jabols. Face it, she got you there.
well, well, I'm gonna do this.
It was different Jabols, but at one time there were a certain group of guys that were wearing Jabols that work in a certain department.
I mean, shoot.
Have you ever worn a pair of Jabols?
I don't know if I ever had any Jabot.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I ever had some cross color, but I ain't never had no Jabot. Because just like I ain't never had no Gucci or no Louis, when I seen other dudes wearing it, I didn't want it no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like I seen it when I first seen a dude with a Gucci belt, a Gucci, wallet, a Gucci that I didn't want it. I mean, you know what I'm
And
saying?
when you saw them wearing Jabols, you didn't want to wear Jabols either.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I guess because sometimes we can get caught up into thinking everybody doing the same thing. But like I said, it's always somebody doing something different. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to. When I used to go to the store, I used to sit up there and I think even when I remember one time when I got into wearing polo shirts. I used to spend so much money on certain shirts because I know I ain't see nobody with this shirt. So it was like you still trying to get something that somebody ain't got. You feel what I'm saying?
So what about BKs? Have you ever worn those?
No, that was the Ku Klux Klan shoes, wasn't it?
No, I was just asking a question.
The British Knights.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were people at one time that wore them. I was just asking, have you worn them? That's
I
all.
had the only thing I had that was ram. You remember that little crown that people had that they put in their car at one time, and they said something about it was some kind of people didn't want you know black folks to wear them. I mean to have them or whatever. And I just didn't buy it no more. But I mean I didn't. I always been a plain Jane. My mama had me in members only back in the day. I mean, I wasn't in the fashion type thing like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like
Well, okay. Okay.
that's for trend people. Just like that. I'm not into trends. I mean, like you know what I'm saying? You ain't never came on the show and seen me with a gold streak or yellow or red streak in my hair. I just not into that. I ain't never had a streak in my hair. I mean, some people into trends, into certain stuff. I just ain't never been into it.
So the hairstyle you got now, what made you wear your hair like that?
What made me wear my hair like that?
Hmm.
The hairstyle I got now?
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I always wanted a certain, you know how you always wanted, because I used to have the little, back in the day, the little patch, Remember they used to have the little patch in the back of the head?
A ducktail.
Yeah, the little patch. I don't think my mama let it get long enough to be a ducktail. But I always wanted
So this past your
certain
mom, right?
haircuts. I always wanted certain haircuts back in the day.
Okay.
And when I seen enough hair, haircuts, or I seen what I wanted, and they started cutting hair like the type of, like, a lot of people want stuff that they ain't like. When I first bought a motorcycle line, I used to want a motorcycle a lot of time, but I didn't buy it till I got grown. I never rode a motorcycle till I got grown.
Chelsea, so what room do I supposed to watch it on my perfect? She said the bedroom. Nikki said being stylish isn't all about wearing designer labels. Style is being able to shop at the thrift store, pull off look and still look more pulled together than everyone in designer labels being the exact same.
Right. And I remember when everybody was wearing white t-shirts. I remember I didn't wear white t-shirts. I wore black t-shirts. I just did the opposite. I just didn't want to do what everybody was doing. So I mean, um, I didn't like a lot of colorful shirts. You know what I'm saying? I wore some of them because my mama bought them, and then I got older, and people used to say, "Oh, you too black to have dark colors." Then, but once you get grown and you shop just for yourself, you buy what you want. You look how you want to look. You know what I'm saying? Did you read that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, said yes, ma'am, Chelsea. He said BKs and troops.
Kim in his house.
What's up, Kim? Voluptuosity t-shirts and apparel.
He said my wife in the bedroom, so how can I watch? Man, that's weird.
Dang.
Well, as long as you ain't got no kids in the house, you can watch it whatever room you want to watch it in.
If that's what floats your boat, keep watching what you pull it up on your phone, dude.
Rocking that Boosie fade, and I ain't never really had no Boosie fade. And bro, please stop lying. You wore BKs and had a dab patch on top of your head. He said, I'm going to bed. Good night. Nah, they'll look like, but now Dave Bama look like me. I'm the oldest. Let me see. He said, Members Only was fashion, definitely trending too, probably the most trending piece. Yeah, good job. Yeah, my mama bought that. I didn't buy no Members Only. So like, if we look at it like that, my mama probably was into the trend and stuff like that. I think all mamas want their kids to kind of look fly, so they dress them how they want them to dress. It's not no kid out here that put himself in Jordans at a young age. His parents put him in Jordans. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, once you start something, and then sometimes it's hard to stop. You know. The room said, "What's the topic again?"
The topic is let's talk about things that are not acceptable in relationships.
You got that, Ruben. You got that, Ruben. Oh, not Cisco. He said, "I want a patch, but I could only get the tail." You know what I'm talking about? He said, "Remember, only one was talking line back in her day." I look, I didn't know. Look, I didn't know. She said, "I have boys. I never bought them a pair of Jordans. They don't like them. They like Vans." Yeah, and that's how it is. Like, um, if you don't put them into their mind state, just like my mama never bought me Jordans. The only couple of Jordans I got in my closet, um, well, I bought some since then, but I think I done had maybe 4, 5 pair of Jordans my whole life. And that's it. Some people buy 4, 5 pair of Jordan 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I done had about 5 pair of Jordans my whole life. Can't nobody sit up there and say, "Oh, you wearing Jordans?" Nah, I didn't do that. I wasn't into the whole fad. Come on, let's rock. Let's get into the show.
Okay. When it comes to things that you probably shouldn't accept in relationships, cruelty, lack of respect.
I agree. Yeah, the bank account grow much bigger than when you leave them Jordans alone. Penny loafers with the penny in the middle of the shoe. Yeah, I done had something, but I didn't.
Did you wear them to school?
Yeah, like my mama made me wear 'em. What else I gonna do?
Well, I was just asking. That was just a question.
I had that. I think the only thing I asked my mama to ever buy was some K Swiss. Cause K Swiss was in at one time. So,
Hmm.
yeah, but I just like them. I like them K Swiss. Yeah.
Yeah. So, were you okay with cruelty and lack of respect? These are some things that shouldn't be acceptable. Somebody cruel, mean to you, somebody that don't have any respect for you, and then lack of respect can cover a multitude of things like your thoughts, your way of talking, just like you were just talking about your appearance, the way you dress, or the way you trend. You know, somebody probably feels some type of way because you don't want to trend. You know how sometimes in relationship you have people that wear the same thing. Everybody's not into that.
Right. Nah, I mean, but I think when it comes stuff like that, that's what the importance of getting to know the person you with, because you would know from the door that they don't like that kind of stuff. And I think trying to force something on them is worse than just not liking. If you're not liking something, it's one thing, but trying to force somebody, it's the same thing. What I say, and I'm gonna do like this, a lot of ladies do to men. A lot of ladies try to force men to go to church. First thing a woman will say, "You gonna go to church with me?" or something like that, or this and that. I mean, I done had so many women that say, go to church, and they'll be like, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to be like, that's your thing, do your thing. But it's just like, I don't want to go watch ballet. I'd rather watch football. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to realize some people like this, some people like that. When you force somebody to do the same thing you do, or you try to down them and say, well, you need to do this, or people down. See, people down people just because some people don't go to church. You don't go to church. Oh, like, what you doing with your life? And and that and I tell them, "Yeah, ain't a couple of your kids in jail? What did you do with your life? Seem like you should have stayed out of church and stayed around a couple of your children a little
Oh
off,
Lord.
and maybe they wouldn't have shot nobody on Sunday."
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, people don't even look at that type of thing. Like sometimes people spend so much time in some of their other things that they, their other activities that they forget the most important thing they got in their house to raise is their child. And if you going and you putting, when I see people put their preacher or somebody else on a pedestal, but then you got a child making F's, you should bar yourself from church if your child making F's. You should say, I can't go to church till my child start making A's and B's again. And I think that'll make you get on your job and make sure your son is passing school instead of when it comes to the weekend or Sunday, I'm at church half of the day, praising, the other half eating. And I could have did that time spending tutoring my child, getting them ready for Monday in school. What's more important?
Okay.
No. There's this what this
You want me to read it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nikki said, we need to start teaching our boys and girls early about what to accept and not to accept when dating or getting to know someone. Protect your energy and your heart. I promise we will have less broken people and less trauma and toxic relationships.
I agree.
But listen, a lot of times we take the advice of our experience and try to implement these things on children that doesn't have any idea of what we really dealt with as adults. So we can't always take our adult experiences and try to put these in the children's head about what they should and shouldn't deal with.
But when you can do that, when you live in what you preaching, like when
Setting an example like,
yeah, like if you actually in a relationship, it's fine to tell your child what to do. But if your child looking at you and you single and you telling him about his relationship, he can't respect you. He cannot respect you. He's looking at you saying, you are single. You gonna keep me single. Single people keep other people single.
but listen, I understand that because there was an incident where this single mother, her son decided to get married and he got married. And she started trying to give him advice on how to handle his wife. And he was like, you've never had a husband,
right?
Since I've been your child. So what kind of advice can you give me? And she was offended from it. But really, how can you?
Because it's the same fact where I would tell people about relationship, but I won't tell people about marriage because I ain't been married. All I can say is good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting into it. Once they go into the marriage realm, that's out my jurisdiction. I'll be like, okay, yeah, But see, but I feel like just like this, every relationship, and that's what a married man, and that's the only reason I feel like, even though you can give, if you've been in good relationship, you can give relationship advice even to a married person if you had good relationship, because one thing you can say, marriage ain't nothing but putting it on paper. You feel what I'm saying? Relationships, I done seen people have 20, 30-year long relationship. I done seen people get married. I done seen people get married and marriage over. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, a couple of my best friends done had long marriages. You know what I'm saying? 22, 25.
No, I said relationship. You said you saw long relationships.
Yeah.
Do you know somebody to have a 20-year relationship without marriage? Okay.
Yeah. I know a couple people with 20 and 30-year relationships without marriage.
Okay.
And I done seen people that had 20-year relationships, and then they got married, and the marriage didn't last a year, and it was over. I done seen that because what happens is people will get married and they feel like they gotta change stuff. See, what people don't realize, what works is works. The only thing when you get married, all you doing is putting it on paper. That's all.
LaRuma says, sis, go back.
Hold on, what
Just go back once.
what
Sis.
back once?
Well, I don't know where you went to.
What you mean back once? Let me
Well,
see.
just down one because, you know,
Okay, you already read that one, right?
yes.
Okay, all right. Come on then.
Okay, let me take you here. LaRuma says, sis, a person can't treat you bad. It's what you accept. Well, how can the person not treat you bad to experience it? You have to experience it to know it's something you will not accept. So it's not that you're accepting it. You have to go through things to know what you're not going to deal with. So you have to experience the bad of it to say, I'm not accepting it. So you just can't
Well,
say, I'm treat you bad. And
I understand what he's saying. I understand where and where I'm coming from. What he's
tell
saying.
me because I'm not
Okay,
understanding.
let me
Mhm.
tell you. Okay, well, I think what he's saying in so many words is, you know how people can get in a relationship and you can see the red flags and you can see some stuff that you know you don't want to accept, but you don't want to leave. And what he's saying is you accepting something by staying in it.
Oh,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
we
Like
keep
you
saying
should,
this stuff. We should
right?
just
You
get
should,
on out.
right? You should. If
Okay.
you see a bunch of bad stuff from the door, and like they say all the time, if the bad outweigh the good, it's time to kick rocks.
That part.
Yep. And that's what I think he was saying in that one. Yeah.
Nikki said definitely about setting boundaries. And I agree.
Right there.
Nikki said, from my experience, someone telling me about how to protect my heart will have helped me so much more, so much in my very real relationship. It would have kept me from dealing with so much toxicity. Well, actually, I've heard it, like from my parents, but rebelling, I felt like my good can make this better. And a lot of times that's not it. Your good can tear you down because you stay in this junk for so long and it be so long you like, why am I still here? You know? So hey, a lot of people think their good can outweigh the good of them to overcome what's not good for them. So he said, real talk, ain't no perfect relationship. A true relationship is about God and discipline.
Well, then
I
I
ain't
got
knocking it.
okay, but then I got to push back on the Rubin. So, and when you say a true relationship is about God and discipline, what about the people that don't believe in God that have long, great relationships? So we got to look at it. Even in Japan, it's mostly non-religious. What's name? But they got the longest lifespan, and they got some of the longest relationship. So I mean, we can't say what we believe is the best. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you put it on paper. Now, if we say, you know, marriage is the way, this and that, why it's ending up over 50%, over 53 to 60% divorce rate. Why 80% of women, divorcing the man. If this is a perfect thing and people going, if you going into marriage under the right cause and you know how they say respecting the vows and this and that, and they sitting up there saying, for better or worse, richer, poor, the death do us part. I don't see that stuff happening. I see people listening to vows and they saying, well, if he do this and if he do this, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear that before people even get married. So I tell people all the time, if you got conditions, on getting married, why get married? If you got these certain kind of conditions that you don't believe in, if that person is speaking that stuff in front of you and you can't hold to that stuff, why don't just turn around then? Why even go through it? Why say yes and you know that you don't really want to do this? Like a lot of people know they don't really even want to be married. They just right there, and it's just something that tell them, hey, I need some security and a companion, and I'm lonely, and I want to get married just because, or so and so. But it's not because you actually love them, not because you want to respect them vow, not because like once they start taking obey and all this stuff out of marriage vow, they made marriage where it was like with the non-fault divorce and all that, they make marriage where it's a joke now. You can get in if you ain't happy, you can get out within a year. So marriage is a joke. Marriage is a joke now. I mean, it's nothing concrete. See, back in the day when people got married, you knew right then they were gonna be together a long time. You knew it. Even if they tried to get a divorce, it was gonna take them 2 years of counseling to even get a divorce. But now, by the time they get married, they can have it annul like they were never married in 6 months. And it don't even make sense. Okay, let's go.
Nikki said, I definitely agree about leaving the married folks alone. Counseling is best for married people. I know, right?
Mhm.
This real talk. Okay.
Go ahead. I mean, there ain't no perfect relationship. Relationships and marriage, two different monsters. I I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you that you can think marriage and relationship is two different monsters, but like you said, only way marriage becomes a different monster if you treat it different than the relationship. See, a lot of people don't realize if you feel like you gon' in a relationship, y'all love it, devil, y'all loving each other, this and that, then you get married, and now you finna change the whole relationship up because you got married. You finna fuck your relationship up. And I'm just being frank. Like you had a good relationship, and now since you didn't got that paperwork, you didn't start acting different. You used to let her go wherever she wanted all day. Now you start telling her, "Oh, where you been? You been missing for 3 hours." You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I see people do that. Before they didn't care what they went at and all that, and now you blowing them up. Wait, when you getting home? What you want them home for? Just to look at him, just to know he at home, just to say, oh yeah, he out there on the porch. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna talk to him when he get there. When he get there, you gonna.
You ain't been there, so you don't know. Whatever.
I listen to him.
You giving your opinion.
I listen to married people all the time.
Right, it doesn't count, but okay.
Come on.
Like I said, I guess I'm referring to the things like for young men. Don't let women use you for finances. Young girls, don't deal with a man that's disrespectful to his mother, because if he don't treat his mother well, he will most likely treat you the same. I've heard that before.
I agree with that too. If
Yeah.
Joe ain't treat that mama right,
They don't have no respect or
need-
filter for their mom, baby. That is not should not be your husband.
Okay.
He said a person can't hurt you if you don't accept it. Oh, okay. Nikki says sometimes people miss the red flag or get in so deep that they don't know how to get out. It happens.
No. You sat on the wrong thing that got you too deep. You start sitting on the wrong thing, then you got so deep and you just threw the red flags out the door. You didn't miss them. You saw them. You just started sitting on something you like, and then you just said, you know what? Nah. That's what that was.
What's up, Mike? How you doing tonight, honey?
Ah, what up, old black ass? Golly, I gotta be old and black. What up, Michael Bailey in the house? One of the old. Look, I'm the youngest man on the panel right now. Now, running to it.
Let's hear somebody else cough.
All y'all
You
got,
are half 100.
all y'all got, look, all y'all got gray hairs, man.
The what?
On the head.
Oh, which head? Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
And without boundaries, life, bro, everything is lawless. I mean, what do you mean by that? What you think you mean by that?
I'm sorry. You've been guessing all his
Yeah,
out
you
here.
want to break that one down? No, because I don't know what we might have was talking about when he said the boundaries thing. Let me see. Without boundaries in life, bro, everything is lawless.
Maybe he was talking about when you were talking about relationships and marriage monsters. When he talked about that, I don't know. But I'm sure he'll tell us about it. You can say he said the youngest, he still got it. Boy, you got it.
Man, or they just old.
I'm not left with him, guys. I love all y'all.
Come on with it. What we got next up? Tripping.
Look, secretive and shady behaviors.
Yeah. OG missing Mike in his house.
You gotta hold the O longer.
Yeah.
Say,
OG missing Mike in the house. Man, missing Mike is an OG. He said, act like you know it. Okay. Yep. What we got in this? Secretive and shady behavior.
these are unacceptable things in relationships we're talking about.
I guess.
You don't have nothing to say about that.
I don't know. Because when you said sneaky, so that's really a woman's thing now.
Oh, that was what
Hey, women got to be sneaky.
Just say ouch and carry on. Don't even do that.
How long when they say men get caught a lot, that means they ain't being sneaky. It's the women that's being sneaky. Because they don't get caught.
Say it again, not your mouth.
The person that don't get caught is the one getting sneaky. Listen, when you walk outside, you know they always refer men and dogs.
Okay, well tell me this.
Well, hold on, let me finish.
Okay, well, finish. And I got something for you.
You catch it and you see a dog go outside. He go outside. He smell on the cheek. He piss on the cheek. He sit in the middle of the yard. He do all this stuff, right?
Okay.
All right. When you see a cat come out, cat sneaking around the yard. When last time you seen a cat boo boo? Then when last time you seen a cat pee? They hiding around the corner peeing. You don't see no cat peeing all out in the open, boo boo and all that. At first time out of all these years, I seen a cat boo boo the other day. That's, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I see it.
So you saw some pussy boo boo and you excited about it.
I said the cat boo boo, and I said, Lord, the cat is boo boo right there in the.
Well, you have to be around those things to see those things, okay? Okay, just say for instance, when I say secretive and shady behaviors in a relationship, just say for instance, you're in a relationship, but you've never been to their house. So I'm fooling with this dude. He never been to my house. Are you fooling with this girl? She never been to your house. That's not secretive or shady. You're dating her. They don't talk about their past. You know very little about these people.
Secretive.
They slow to open up. They don't talk about much.
I don't know how to put that because
I'm just saying, it's somebody you're dating. You know, maybe you got a relationship, but you don't take them home. That'd be the number one thing. If I can't go to your house, I don't need to
man,
try
them
to
women don't
like
be
up
wanting.
that relationship.
Some of the women got too many kids to go to leave the house. They got little babies and everything.
And that's what you're gonna say. That's why they have a lot of children.
They got no babysitter.
They can have a babysitter. What are you talking about?
Not when all of them 2 years apart. Okay. It's according on how old they is. You know, you never know. Shots out to Plug and Go service. They can fix all your needs, ladies. Okay. The room said everything in life hurts at some point. This deal. And that's including a marriage. Hey, look, everybody, we talking about like you said, marriage is a whole nother beast. So if you get into that marriage and you think it's gonna be all peaches and cream, you never know. Ain't that right though? A lot of people didn't got in marriages and swore down they was gonna have the best thing around, and they was, oh, I gotta get
Just like you do relationships, you get in this junk and you think like, oh, this is it. You're like, what in the world was I
well,
thinking?
one thing about relationships, like if you're in a relationship and I remember somebody asked me on the show one time, like, how do you get out of a relationship, without no drama? And I just told them, just move to another city. Just go. Just pack up and go.
So relocate yourself because of somebody else's problem.
I mean, can I tell you something? Relationships are dangerous. So you heard niggas that run. Okay, but I mean, relationships are dangerous. So if you that scared of a person or you that much, why not relocate?
But I'm just saying, if I want to get out of a relationship, I need to relocate to another city.
That's what people
For
do.
what?
Listen, I ain't say you had to go to Dallas. You had to go to Clinton. You had to go somewhere. Get away.
Why, when they got a car, they can drive?
Oh, believe me, ain't nobody coming to straighten out in a relationship in Clinton, Madison. Hey, look, cause you Pearl, you can call the police and they'll be there in 5.3 seconds and they're ready to beat whoever come over there think they've been to straight some stuff out. See, one thing about dudes, they smart, but they ain't crazy. Sometimes you got to learn when to give up. And if you plan on going to them places I named to start mess with that woman or that dude, oh
But I'm just saying, if somebody
they pick up the phone, you're gonna have something across your head.
every relationship should not have to end that way. If a person is just not, you said relationship, we didn't say marriage. Right. So relationships, if it ends, it ends, right?
Right. You know what I was saying? Relationships are easy to end though.
Okay, but not
marriage. If you moved over there, they can file.
That's why you gonna get married because of the end of it.
Right, they can file abandonment and all that stuff on you.
So that's why you gonna get married. Okay, I get you.
They can still make you pay bills over here. Hey, yeah, let these folks that they said, name me one person you have loved that ain't never hurt you.
His dog went now. Have your dog ever hurt you?
That's a good point there. Kilo. He never hurt me.
So he ain't never turned on you.
Never.
Okay.
Even when he growled, I looked at him. He said, "I'm just playing."
So we can't say we just playing.
He said, "What?"
So if we was doing something to hurt you, we couldn't say we just playing. The dog can. We can't.
Well, I'm sure. But see, a woman's just playing could be totally different than that dog. she'd be like, "I'm just playing." But you know what that means when she start talking in a certain kind of way. You already know there's some evilness coming. There's some evil spirits in the. You know, it's stuff that's just, you be like.
No, that's the wrong sound. You need the siren.
Nah, this one I need.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Hey, what is it? Mike say marriage can be a beautiful thing, long as we both are willing to put in the work. That's what I'm talking about. Sound like a dude that been there, done that. Let me see. If you've never been to their home, they most likely hiding something. Yeah, maybe their kids, maybe their wife. Hell, maybe their house. So if y'all break up or y'all
Wait a minute. You said relationship, their wife?
Yeah. I said it. I'm just saying. He said relationships easy to leave, but marriage costs. You got that right, player. He said sometimes you might need to get away and start over. See, Rankin County definitely saved me from a bad relationship. See, I told you. See, I'm not saying, see, I give out great advice. If you go to them counties, you ain't got to worry about no bad relationship no more. Because he going to be doing time. I'm telling you, he show up acting a fool like that, he going to be doing some time. He going to get it from that judge. He going to say, son, do you know where you at? So soon as you hear that, son, do you know where you at? We don't take lightly people come from Hines County and think you can bully every county around here.
Look, think you can come here and throw rocket bottles and bricks?
You think you can come over here after Stokes and talk crazy to us? We ain't having it. I'm gonna give you 2 years just cause you're from Jackson, and I'm gonna give you 1 more year because you know Stokes. He told us we can't chase people into y'all city. Because y'all just let crime go on. Y'all don't want to chase nobody. Look, I'm gonna get a good one out. I'm gonna get a good one out. Y'all be sitting up here, got your lights on. Y'all ain't trying to catch criminals. Y'all let them know exactly where you at. What the hell you riding around with your lights on? You don't want to catch no damn criminal. They take off speeding as soon as they pass you. It's just some stupid shit going on in Jackson. Stupid leaders, stupid police officers, all this stuff. You ain't trying to fight crime. You're trying to show the crime people where you at all the time. You just riding by 8 police cars, all your lights on. They're going to stop what they're doing, let you pay it back, then keep on doing what they're doing. I mean, y'all so smart in Jackson. I mean, you know how smart Jackson is. No other city does what we do. What other city you done rolled through and all the police officers riding around with their lights on? When have you ever went to Madison and seen police just riding around with their lights on? We do dumb stuff. We do dumb, stupid shit. And when I look at it, I be sitting up there and I be watching police with their lights on. I be like, they're not trying to catch nobody. They don't know. This is I don't want to run. I don't want to catch nobody. You see me act good for as long as I'm around. Okay, I'm gone. Now they start acting a fool again. It's just crazy. Don't nobody, let me tell you something. Since I don't know if women outnumber, police officers now because there's a lot of lady police officers now. I don't see when the last time you even seen a high speed chase or anybody getting out the car chasing somebody or arresting? When the last time you seen somebody pulled over and somebody arresting them? And, I mean, you don't see this type of stuff because you know what? We in a lawless land. You know what, Lil Ruben? This is a lawless land. Jackson, Mississippi is a lawless land. It's the only place you can see and people just come through and you got the enter green light. You got to look both ways because people are running green. I mean, your light green, your light been green. People running it like it was. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, let me get down here. Let me get down here to Lil Ruben because I want to argue.
He said a person, not a dog.
I want to argue with Lil Ruben. I got to get
Chelsea said, now you see why those women have those dogs and treat them good. Love between a pet and his owner is beautiful.
Beautiful.
They hot in the bed as kids. Yep, I know some. They hot. You in a hurry. Go ahead.
No, come on.
I was reading and you cut it off.
Why you act like you don't still see it? Come on, then.
Yep, I know some of them hide a wife and kids, a whole family. Go ahead, catch up. Do what you do.
Come on.
Only in Mississippi are there roadblocks. Is that better? Let me read fast.
There you go.
Lights are for high visibility, for the police.
Man, I didn't sit up here and I was trying to get to this comment.
That's what you were trying to do?
Yeah. Hey, listen. What for high visibility mean? That
meaning for them to see the police. That's the only thing they think.
The bad people see the police too. I mean, police ain't trying to catch nobody. Let me tell you something.
He's just telling you what the city is.
Listen though. Man, lights are for I'm scared as you. I don't want no problem with you either. That's what the lights mean. Because if people that really want to catch criminals had their lights on, off, and they sneaking up on criminals and want to catch criminals. These folks ain't trying to catch no criminal. It's the same thing when I was a security guard one time and they just want you to stand at the front door for visibility. They don't care who coming in there, stealing in there, because you ain't in there on the cameras watching the thieves and trying to catch people. Because you at the top of the front door and all you supposed to do is stand up there and look like a little soldier and make people feel safe. That's what that's about. And that's all that light is about is they ain't trying to stop crime. They ain't trying to stop crime.
That's not even what he said. I'm with Lil Ruben. He's just telling you that's what they're doing. Okay, a lot of times you see people, they see police cars. What do? They veer off to avoid a roadblock. They veer off because police up that way. People do that. So he's just saying what the city does. He's not saying that it's okay. I don't think that's what he's saying. But I'm just saying that's why the city of Jackson is doing it. It may mean that they don't want to work. Like you say, I don't think he's disagreeing with you.
He said, don't do your city like that, man. I'm telling the truth, man. I mean, somebody got to tell the truth. Somebody got to tell the truth, man. We doing some stuff that don't make no sense. And we got people laughing and talking about us every day. I shared a podcast on what's name, people talking about how by Saturday we ain't gonna have garbage running up in the city. First we was out water, and now the garbage people stop running Saturday. So yeah, y'all keep on thinking it's a joke, and why our city keep on being ran in shambles around here, getting worse and worse. Because who came up with ride around with your lights on all day? Who came up with that? Don't try to ride around and sneak up on criminals. Don't sit at the lights, watch these jokers run through lights all day. Because let me tell you something. You can sit at a couple lights at Bailey or certain lights, and you can watch people hit 70 and 80 back and forth down through through these main streets that they need to get off the streets. I'm sorry. Because guess what? These same dudes, even though you sit up there telling people to pull off them in roadblocks, these same dudes are running red lights, running into people and killing people. What about that? We need to get these people. Let me tell you something. If anything, take everybody out. Let me tell you something. See, I'm smarter than our average bear. Won't you just get all the plain cars, take all the police out of regular police cars, put them all in undercover cars, and let them ride around the town with a blue light in the one, and watch all these jokers ramshack and run all through lights and all that and pull them over. And all you got to do, you ain't even got to pull them over right now. All you got to do is follow them to the nearest store where they can buy their blunt and cigar and arrest them as soon as they get out the car. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Because they ain't going nowhere. Most people that
run the light to go get a cigar, is that what you saying?
I seen it yesterday. Dude ran in front of me, ran the light, ran the stop sign. They supposed to be on a light. The light messed up, so there's a stop sign there. And then ran there to get to the store, jumped out the car, and went in the store to park at the gas station. I said, this is unreal. A dude would run all this stuff from 2 blocks. 2 blocks. I mean, he ran in front of me. I watched him go up there and ran light and everything just to go to a store. It just don't make sense. What kind of rush everybody in? I don't understand this.
A blunt rush. Didn't you just say he went to the store?
Yeah. Oh, a 50-cent blunt. What they need to start doing, you know you're going to smoke all day. Won't you just buy you 3 or 4 packs? It ain't but $1 for a pack or 2. Just buy you 3, 4 packs. You're going to smoke them all day that day anyway. Just buy you $5, buy you 10 blunts, and you can smoke all damn day. Just crazy. Buy you a case. You know you're going to run to the bed for $1 bill every 5 seconds and about to run everybody off the road.
They probably had to gather up the change. What do you mean?
Look, now this is what I'm trying to say. Watch this.
Nikki said, I've never seen an arrest take place in Jackson, but in Rankin, they're arresting people every other mile you drive.
Right. When the last time you seen somebody arrested, and getting it? Man, you had to be there and murder 3 people in Jackson to get arrested. When last time you heard them say, man was driving and ran light, this and that? And when have you ever seen a dude running the light, going to the store, and the police pull up and go in there and arrest him? I ain't seen it because it ain't happening. I'm sorry, but we got some sorry. But let me tell you something. Remember I told you on this show a long time ago, we need to get Rankin and Madison police and just come over there and have them working out town for a day or something. Work in Jackson for a week, and you'll see 1,000 arrests. See, they don't like that because guess what? Capital City Police, see, they made them, a lot of them made up, white people. Get what the first thing they said? Oh, yeah, these racial white people come from out of town. People are Ku Klux Klan. You know why? Because they don't like seeing black people get arrested. These are the same people killing your kids, running over your kids, running stop signs, and all this, shooting up the block, shooting in front of their house all times of night. You call the police don't come till an hour later after even the criminals done went to sleep. And the criminals done went to sleep by the time the police show up. They all went home. They tired. They're talking this man.
He said, you notice the lights, bro. Criminals do too.
Right.
That's right.
And that's why you shouldn't have the lights on.
Just
One
said,
thing about and you in Madison or something, they don't have lights on, and you do something bad. Then when them lights come on, guess who get pulled over? You.
Chelsea said, I pull over because my stickers expired.
Or I guess she said she got pulled over because her sticker was expired.
Maybe she didn't go through the roadblock because her sticker was expired.
Oh, I think he said ranking and surrounding, get behind you, scan the tag, and if you have no insurance or warrant, they pulling you over. Right.
Right. And they
They
have that
don't do that in
equipment to
here.
do that. They don't even have to ask you
Let
for
me
proof
tell
of
you.
insurance
Let
anymore.
me tell you why you know they don't do that in Jackson. Because you got cars that's actually falling apart around here. Should deserve a ticket because it ain't got tail lights. It ain't even got a tail. It got a bumper that's hanging off. The lights
Wait
lights
a
not
minute, did you
working.
say it doesn't even have a tail?
Let me tell you how bad. Let me tell you how bad Jackson is. The police lights be riding around here with one headlight. And you know you done seen it. I done seen the police, the car. I thought it was a dude speeding. I said, this is the police, man, with one headlight running around here. How he gonna pull somebody over and give him a ticket when he got the same offense? Who gonna give him a ticket? The police riding around one tail light. I mean, it done got that bad in Jackson that even the police cars be wrecked around, messed up. I'm just saying, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I thought it wouldn't get worse, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse because it's not being productive. I mean, like they won't even cut their own grass. The city won't even cut their own grass. You tell me this. I went to the Metro Center. They were passing out water. You couldn't even see the water truck because the grass was so high. they supposed to be passing out water now. I'm like, man, you need to cut the grass. You need to repave the parking lot. Man, there were gutters in that thing. Like going through the Metro Center.
Have you ever went to the area where the police department is in the Metro Mall?
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
they
it.
were passing water. They were passing water out up there, and it were craters going over there.
If you go into the entrance of the mall, is craters. What do you mean?
Listen, everything behind crystals is caveman. You can fish. You can fish in the puddles back there. That's just how bad them things is. It's gutters, man. Man, they got to do better, man. They got to do better.
You said this your town, right?
Shoot.
It's not your town no more?
It's my town, but they got the wrong people in charge. Got the wrong people in charge. Because they ain't. Listen, I'm going to tell you, first thing I do is buy some lawnmowers and get all these folks that got under a year out here picking up paper. Getting the Jackson clean and putting a weed eater in their hand, letting them cut the grass. That's the.
When you say the folks, who you mean? Like people that's been in.
Man, let me tell you, I would go around here and get one of them big old trucks and put all the dudes in the jail on that thing, ride around and just stop. At every place, I have 30 weed eaters in every place, and we'll be the weed eater group, and then I have a blower group, and I have a lawnmower group, and I have a jugger that come pick up paper group. I have all this just coming through here trying to clean up the city. First, we got to clean up the city first.
That's what's up. That sounds like a great plan. We told you once to run for mayor. We got you.
Man.
Let's catch up. Marcus said, Michael said, Marcus, you sound like the old folks when you said about us speeding down the road. He said us because he know he be doing it too.
Whatever.
LaRuben said, no, I was talking about Mike. He's an us. He was the one speeding down the road too. LaRuben said if a criminal or citizen see them lights in a county, they going the other way. In any county, they're going the other way. I agree with you.
What
Derek
is
said,
you
huh?
talking about lights on? Talking about just riding around with lights?
No, if you're in another county and you see those blue lights or whatever,
Oh yeah.
you going the other way. If you
Right.
can.
Right. They ain't even scared of us. They'll fly right past police around.
Right.
Big dog.
Derek said it's time for new officials, and I agree. He said, "Dang, bro, is that messed up?" Yes, it is. It's
Yeah,
awful.
it's awful. And I'm
Awful.
sick of it. Okay.
Mhm.
Bro, the city don't own metros. It don't matter. Hold on. It don't matter if they own the metro. Well, you said city center. I think you saying center, but it don't matter if they own the metro center. They got a police station in the metro center that's run by the what's name. All around where the police station is bushes. They ain't even got that trim just where they at. I mean, it's big
But
old
you know
trees
what? Although they don't
going in
own
the
it, I
background.
would want it to be at least clean. So
Right?
they have city equipment that they can use to
Thank
probably
you.
go and cut it.
Thank you. That's
So
what I'm
I do
saying.
agree with you on that.
Right.
I do. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
And every city thing, I mean, every city place that's run by the city should at least that place be clean.
Yeah.
You can't be out here uh writing tickets to people and telling them clean up their yard and this and that, and we can
When
ride
you're
and
not.
pay our water bill and see how dirty it is right there. The whole parking lot, it ain't clean, it ain't nothing. Ain't none of that stuff clean.
That's
And,
terrible.
and if that's the best place you can go, if the Metro Center ain't willing to clean it up none, just
Find them.
take it from them,
You
like
can
y'all
find
do us.
it.
Hold on, like you do us. Either take it from them or you clean it up and put the bill on them like you do us.
But listen, just say for instance, if you live in the city of Jackson and you do not keep your yard clean, have vehicles parked, you getting tagged for that.
Right.
You got those high bushes. You even
And
have, if
and
you have even dead limbs that's sitting
get what?
outside your yard and not moving in
Get
time,
what?
they're fining you for that.
Right. And get what they'll do to us. They'll tell us fines 1,000, 1,500, and we got a little old block yard. They got a whole big old parking lot,
That's
and
super
they won't
parking lot.
fine. When the last time you seen the city fine the city? They ain't gonna do it.
Well,
And,
you
and
just said that they were riding around with
get
cars
what?
that look like they've been in an
Get what?
accident.
Get what? Give me 2 weeks. I'm gonna ride around with my camera, and I'm gonna show everything. I'm gonna show everything.
What you gonna do? You gonna do something about it, or what you gonna do?
I'm gonna film it. What I ain't got no like I said, I ain't got no what them thing to patch the holes up. I ain't got one of them things.
So would you take on a city contract to do something like that to make your city better?
Yeah.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, because you can't do nothing without no money.
Right.
Because look, guy, look, you try to do all you can, but man, when the city it seems like the city ain't even helping us. It gives you a letdown because they say, okay, we don't have enough uh people that's answering the phone. Okay, all right. Even when they answer the phone and tell you that they on the way, it still take them an hour or better to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Just once the person's probably dead,
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
sad.
we done died and woke up and died again.
Look, I saw on social media the other day a lady was saying, I don't know the outcome of the situation. She was like, her heart was racing because she was asleep. She started getting calls from her son that he was in a terrible place, something bad was happening. So in the midst of her, he calling her, she not answering because she's tired, sleep or whatever. He's calling 911, no answer, telling her no answer from 911, just calling in between. So you hear this frantic thing when you wake up in the morning. What are you thinking? You're trying to look for your child because they're trying to reach 911 all these times, and then he's trying to reach her all these times, and he can't get anybody. So if that's what I'm saying, if you out there at night, you got to be careful, man, because 911 is not answering from what I hear.
Look at Derek said,
Derek said, or let folks work off fines by cleaning up the city. That sounds like a good plan. I'm telling you, let some mayors be reinstated around his citizens need to come from the outside because you're on the outside looking and you can see better qualities of the city in which you live in because you're being involved in the whole city. You see all these things that need to take place, but the mayor that's operating the city, he has security. Somebody's probably driving him around. He's probably living in an area that somebody groomed his grass, has his water or whatever, so he don't experience or see the things that the other citizens see that needs help in the city.
Who don't see that?
Somebody else normal needs to run for the mayor.
Man, that man know what's going on around. Everybody
You think he know what's going on in the city?
Man, listen.
Sometimes you can get stuck in situations.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and this the worst part about it. Everybody fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you got say you got the mayor and everybody, they want some stuff different. They want change. They want people, different people to run, get up in there and change. And then you got the old people that don't want to leave. That they ain't did nothing. I mean, they was not even ruins too. I look at even Stokes area. Hell, it's plenty of abandoned houses and stuff like that, and people working with their cars and everything across the yard, and it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying that the councils need to be cleared all around?
Man, I'm saying that people saying they doing a job. Like if a policeman ride down the street and he sees something going on wrong, he
gonna keep going.
He supposed to stop. He supposed to stop and get out and say, "Hey, player, what's going on?"
Right? Is everything okay or something?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I know a couple dudes that work on 4-wheelers. Got 1,000 4-wheelers in their front yard, in the street, everything. Police don't have to do nothing but ride down that street and see that this man got all this trash all over his yard, all this, and he ain't stopping saying nothing. He ain't stopping saying, you got 3 days clean this place up, or we gonna take everything. Right. He don't care, and they don't make these people where they care anymore. And I gotta tell people, they need to start hiring people that care, and that's the problem. They not hiring people that care.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
They need to be camouflaged. They scared too. And the police scared too. Want to catch up?
Yeah, you catch up for it right quick.
Okay, I got you. LaRuben said, that's the move the city going to take it for that very reason, and that's JSU Stadium, real talk. Okay, that would be a good place, but okay. Jackson can't keep the water straight. You damn well they can't keep the city cleaned up, which is awful because people are mimicking the city for those exact reasons. Nikki said he's too busy juggling his relationships. Georgetown has never changed. Stokes need to be quiet. Okay, at the Metro Center. Yeah, that's what he was just talking about. He was saying how the bushes and the grass is very high in that area.
What you got next?
Gaslighting. So you know what that means? That means in a sense of manipulating someone.
I'm telling you, I seen the same thing. People broke down with flashes on the highway, law enforcement just pass them up, just keep on going. Don't even pull over, don't come around. And I done seen officers do the right thing. I done seen officers turn around and help people out. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
I just feel like we done got to a place where people don't care. And you know the worst part about it, I actually watch even police ride around all day, and I see them looking down at their phone. They in their phone, riding around,
On Facebook, what you mean?
I sit up there and I say, wow, like I remember back in the day when you was a police, they wouldn't even allow you to even be on your phone and stuff like that. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on these certain kind of phones. I think they ought to go back and don't give them no smartphone. Give them a phone. Have them a personal phone where they just can hear or whatever. They can't, or they do them just like truck drivers. As long as you're in that police car, you do not get on your phone. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You feel what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I just think a whole lot of stuff just ain't doing right. And I'm sick of it. Gaslighting. Break it down. What gaslighting mean?
Gaslighting means to manipulate someone. Like you try and make a person guess their own sanity. Let me give you an example, like making a statement and then completely denying it a few moments later. In that sense, this is the sense of gaslighting that I'm talking about. Claiming that you agreed to lend them money when you didn't. Accusing you of acting insecure or jealous when they are the one cheating on you. The purpose of gaslighting is to make a person feel a certain type of way about their own recollections of everything that's going on.
Definition of gaslighting. Because you coming up with some stuff there.
Gaslighting. Look it up.
All right. Let me see. Okay. Is a abusive person may be gaslighting to insulate their partners and terminate, undermine their confidence or make them easier to control. They might tell someone that they are
Manipulation.
irrational until the person starts to think it must be true.
So I just said it another way. I
Yeah.
thought that would be the most easy way to help
Uh,
comprehend, but
I
I
want
guess
the
not.
real definition. I don't want these.
Oh, so mine wasn't real because you didn't comprehend. That's not cool. That's not
What
even
you mean?
fair.
I'm looking at the real definition.
Okay.
Okay, let's not get it that might comprehend because
No, don't take offense by I'm saying I said comprehending what I'm saying. I did not offend you by saying you don't comprehend, like don't understand as a person. You didn't understand it the way I was saying it. That's all. And I gave you a definition. I said manipulate. That's what I said.
well, when I
So I
think
didn't say you didn't comprehend. So that's not what I said. So let's get it right now. Nigga said the police acting like security guards.
it's a, it's psychological manipulation, though. It's not
Police has a big laptop and have a big ass laptop right in the dash and can't text and drive.
right. Well, that's when they supposed to be still. When they supposed to be on that. When they looking up people, uh, information and stuff like that.
Well, those with the dash supposed to have a second rider.
Um,
LaRuby said the police and citizens and everyone in our work for the city are all the same. They all for self, and until we change our thinking, nothing will ever change.
yeah. I can get with that. I think it's a lot of selfish people because I feel like the city, everybody want to be accountable. See, and then the worst thing about it, even through COVID, I watch people try to name streets and all this old type of stuff. Instead of trying to get all the streets fixed, they sit up here trying to pose and cut ribbons because they done fixed a half a street and then fix the other half. They fixed half of Mill Street and then fixed the other half and still ain't fixed the other half. And they took a picture on one side of Mill Street. Won't you go down to the other, skip about 2 miles down the other way and see if you can take a picture in the same street.
The part that they should have fixed, that's what they didn't fix.
Right.
Those are it's so bad. You
So
know why they didn't fix it actually? Because they put up a new water pump there that's pulling from another area. Then the other end of the street is going to take more than just paving. They're going to have to do all the sewage drains and all that stuff. It's going to require more work and more money.
well,
And they're just trying to do what they can do to say, I'm covering this up right now.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. The reason that they didn't do the other side. The other side is concrete, and they know concrete costs way more money to put down. So that's why they was sitting up there and they've been shucking and jiving because the other side is concrete. Now let's get real with them. They don't do me like that.
No, you didn't. You did not hear comprehensive. You did not. See, I can't stand you. It's messy Monday, but that wasn't even what I said. Nikki said so. Basically, another form of manipulation is gaslighting.
Yeah,
That was
that's psychological manipulation, though. See,
right, but it's still manipulation.
yeah, but see, the other form of manipulation is kind of like making you do something a little bit.
Yeah, it's a psychological means into questioning their own sanity. Like, it's for them. It's psychological gaslighting.
Yeah. How they say, I guess.
The Ruben said it wasn't no money there on that end of Mill Street.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't no money. They did that before they could be in front of Freelance,
Mm-hmm.
the bus station, and all that stuff that going down
But
there.
now they even have a bridge. I think it's Town Creek. Town Creek is being repaired. That's government funded. That's part of Jackson Water Supply.
Yeah, they just something else.
Mike said, no, the real reason is it's in a black neighborhood. Go to the white neighborhood, you see the difference.
If they making something move over there, man, shoot, the whole Jackson is a black neighborhood.
They go.
So
The very few that's left are close to the college that may not be there any longer.
let me tell you something. That's why everybody don't like Jackson no more. See, it used to be good parts of Jackson and this and that. Now they saying, "Oh, y'all don't let all the roads get messed up."
They
That
should say it.
you ain't even got no good part of. You know what? One thing I can say about when I look at other bigger cities and things, and you know how people be riding through and they be saying, "Oh, how bad this city is."
Mm-hmm.
They don't be bumping around. They come to Jackson, they had to go slow and bump around because our streets, the houses, the police, everybody got issues.
My sister one time came to Mississippi, to visit, and she was driving my vehicle. She was driving. She was like, "Oh my God, what is it?" She was going 2 miles per hour. She was like, "I cannot believe this." I'm like, "Who you gonna write?" She'd love to write a letter to any place you have a complaint. I'm like, "Who will you write the complaint to so they can throw it in the garbage, put it in the shredder?" You'd be wasting your time. Nikki said, what about martial law for the city? Do you think it needs to be put into place? But what would martial law do in a Bible Belt state like Mississippi? The government doesn't even want funding. I mean, the state, the governor doesn't even want government funding. How will the military come in to help us? The only thing they allowed them to come in to do will help supply water.
Right.
But just doing anything to operate a city in our stats, it will not happen.
Right.
It's too many of another demographic,
And,
which is not a concern for most people, which is terrible.
and I hate to say this, Ruben, but the more I I hear you talk, it's like you'll tell me that you care about the whole Jackson, but then you keep screaming north. It's good here, it's good there. I want it good everywhere. And I think we got to get to the point. Remember, you said we got to stop this north, south, east, west thing. Ruben, every time I see you on here, you hitting this north thing, and you ain't
Because is the North considered
right.
better? I'm
Right.
asking.
I mean, you got to. I want you to want the whole Jackson. See, I'm thinking about all of Jackson, and I think you didn't got to this point where long as North, where I grew up, good is good, and I think I want the whole Jackson to be better. And the only way we're gonna get the whole back Jackson to be better is we hold everybody accountable
For
North
everything.
Jackson, South Jackson. I want all the. And listen, if all the police stations got to get all of them together and ride out in droves to get everybody there, they need to get everybody in order. I'm sick of this. No, I'm sick of okay. The roads better out north. As soon as I go out south, now I got a flat tire because I done ran in a crater.
That what you get for growing up in the North then.
I drive all over this city every day, and I'm tired of hitting potholes. I'm tired of hitting craters. I'm tired of driving like I'm on a video game.
Oh Lord.
You be driving and you be like, oh, whoa. I'm glad I bought San Andreas when I was younger or something. I mean, you glad you used to, I mean, you actually, I mean, it's like you remember like what's that game used to be where where if you ride down the street and you move out the way, because if you don't move out the way, like little bombs or something all over the road and stuff like that. That's how I feel. It feel like a video game. It feel like you can't even listen. You can't even take your eyes off the road in certain areas because you're scared you're gonna hit something.
But listen, just
Or
think about
a
this.
sinkhole.
But
Go ahead.
listen, although the city having water issues, think about all of the sinkholes that has been created in the city of Jackson. Have you heard about that?
Huh?
Sinkholes being developed throughout the city because of the bad pipeline or whatever. The water situation is causing the ground to sink in. Like
Yeah,
there are holes in the ground in a lot of places within the city of Jackson.
right, but guess what they need to do? When this stuff is happening, they need to go focus on that sewer drain right then, fix it, and then
Before it get worse.
what happened is they go put a damn a sign on top of
A
it,
burial.
a barrel or something, and they let it sit there for a month or two.
60
and
days.
Now it's a whole ditch. It was a little hole. Now it's a whole ditch. They don't let everything drain up in there. When they need to go ahead, fix that stuff from the door and keep it moving. And I'm telling you, they mess around and paid all the Bailey. Now they going back old Bailey, tearing up certain holes, replacing pipes, and why you can't do that when they
But
first?
I want to know this, like from a certain inner like from Main Street to Northside Drive. Why wasn't that ever fixed, Bailey? You see, you there are new humps being developed in that area.
Oh yeah.
It's not a good area. It must be more work than just putting pavement down. From Maze to Northside Drive. It's terrible.
No, you know why? You know why? Because it's right there in the foundation. They fixed the one that right there in front of the school because they knew people gonna complain about the school. See, they fixed complaint areas. like right in front of major businesses and stuff like that. Think about it. When you go and you think about it, all the places where have major businesses on certain things, they fix them. The other ones, just like you seen on Mill Street, they fixed down there by Freelon, but then fixed the other end of Mill Street.
Well, it's a club right there. That person that own that club and stuff, they need to start showing up and complaining about the area because in there is terrible. The street is rising, terrible humps. You go over there, you feel like you falling and getting back up again.
They don't care about them clubs.
they go about Freelon. Why for Freelon and then not for that place?
Because that was a high end type club. See, the same people that fix free lungs, they've been in free lungs. I bet you Mayor done been in free lungs and everything. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
That's not his spot, huh?
Right. And then let's see. I'm telling you, man. Just like I heard people say they seen them up in what's that is? First Avenue. I bet you if some humps get in front of First Avenue, it's gonna get fixed the same day.
Fourth Avenue.
Fourth Avenue, yeah.
Yeah, that's his spot, the cigar shop.
And the nigga said it's good, but for how long though? All right, read that.
LaRubin said, no, I'm saying that, bro. You right, bro. I'm with that. I'm saying where the real money is. That's where the best roles are. It ain't right. Just facts in Jackson.
Yeah.
Right.
And I agree with that. But real nerve wracking is like I said, at night, you can't go nowhere really. Because if you riding down the street, if you go outside or you go anywhere for a club at or this and that block, if you go anywhere else, oh, you gonna hit something.
You gonna fall in something.
Man, I'm talking about whole, and then you can't even ride through certain neighborhoods. Certain neighborhoods they're just doing bad. Just doing flat out bad.
It's terrible. Roads and streets good around here, just as smooth.
He down in the country. He said, I don't live in Hines County no more. I knew you were trying to throw shots.
That's what it is.
What is it? Uh-oh.
Nikki said, Rankin is only a split away from Jackson. I can truly see a day when crime will spill over to the other counties. Rankin officials can't really afford to turn a blind eye. Law enforcement in other counties should consider to band together to fight this crime now than later. And I agree.
Yeah.
You know, at one time they were saying that they were going to have other county or other officers. Like I used to see Byram in Clinton. Yeah. And if they had Madison, it was Madison undercover. They were working with special forces, but just being a part of the city, I think the city got a little intimidated and they didn't even stay around long.
I'm going to tell you just like this here. We scared to ask for help. We'll sit up there and say we won't help, but soon as somebody come in and help and really start trying to do something, really start ready, then we start crying. They can't afford this. That's why. Like I said, it's supposed to be having his thing messed up because as soon as people start trying to have fines, put fines on people and tell them to not live like this and change it. Oh, they can't afford this kind of stuff. These are old people. Okay, let me tell you something. If you put fines out there, you tell people to clean up stuff and do better, people will start doing better. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you're doing in so many words is you saying they poor. They shouldn't do better. Or they shouldn't even try to do better. You feel what I'm saying? Because guess what? I bet you one thing, no matter how poor you think some people is, they can always find to get a beer. They can always find a way to get a blunt. They can always find to get what they want to get. You feel what I'm saying? So when you start, you need to put some rules out there where you won't compromise yourself. And that's the problem. People putting rules out there, but they saying, well, we're going to get rules for this person, but not rules for that person, and maybe rules for that. No, we got to do this stuff the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. What else you got?
That's it.
All Okay. Well, all I can say is, hey, we can't be here all day, but we've been in here long enough. All I can say is, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I think, not us just getting off subject like that. I think we got a lot of work to do with relationships we have with not just us, but everybody around us, with the mayor, the councilman, the police, the citizen. We got to get to the point that people actually care and people actually get out there and really do something different. You
Yeah.
can't, see, that's what I'm saying. You can't keep on doing the same thing and want something to change. If you see all y'all ran around with lights on, crime steady going up, maybe you need to cut the lights off so you can get somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does this? It's no police station. I've never rode in no other police station where only time they turn their lights on if it's somebody actually is looking for the police and they trying to find them, and they might turn the lights on and let them know exactly where they at and the person
Mhm.
to file a report or something like that. But this is
Yeah.
not these folks just sitting in parking lot, just what's not they sitting where they not just got the lights on. For what? For what? I mean, that's the biggest thing I got, because I feel like police actually ain't trying to arrest nobody. They ain't trying to actually stop crime. They trying to prevent crime. They trying to prevent crime sometimes and trying to make sure they don't do it around them. That's why they got the lights on. Because if you turn the lights off, they're gonna run the light right there by you. I guarantee. They ain't gonna hardly see the police car because they're gonna be going so fast. They just gonna reason they see the police car because your lights on 2 miles away. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, Big Dog said, I can't believe you been talking about your cousin Kenny Stokes. He ain't my cousin. He don't he been wearing them old suits, so we got to get some new suits up in this thing. Yeah, you remember when they had that picture of that big old suit he had on?
That's what he wear. His clothes are too big.
Nah, he said he lost some weight.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. So all I can say is, um, I think we done got to the point that we got, you know, um, we can see how bad the city run, and we still don't want to make a change. And I don't think we got. I mean, even the new people that's coming in there, I don't even think new people. I think everybody got some personal endeavors and a lot of stuff when they coming in there. They just
Right. They want that extra income. That's what they want. They want that cash.
yeah, I
They
don't
using
feel.
that part-time income to make it.
I would love to interview one of these folks. I mean, I'm gonna interview one of these folks one of these days because I want to know real things, what real stuff, what they really gonna do around here. I don't feel like they he said like a funeral director.
He
I
said,
said I want to see what they really gonna do though. You know what I'm saying?
so what do you think? They hadn't done anything in all this
Yeah,
time.
income without actually doing any work. That part.
Okay.
I I mean, he said I be wondering why Kenny Stokes don't go to the barber shop and get his hair cut. I don't know. You know what? I feel like I think only reason people vote for Kenny Stokes now is because they really don't have nobody in that area to run against him that feel like they can beat him.
Right.
So I and I still don't think that somebody could do a. I still don't think somebody can actually do a better job. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about Kenny Stokes. I feel like Kenny Stokes care. He just don't do the right thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I
What do
think
you mean?
you know how people still stuck in the old ways or new way. Only way you gonna get criminals to what's name is to get them where they scared of somebody.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like we got to get actual people, you know, actual police in here that's um you know people scared of and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
you know, we don't have that no more. I remember back in the day when the narcotics was out and what's like, you know, dudes actually were like, oh man, the jump out boys out there. You know what I'm saying? You know they jump out at the store or they jump out anywhere, and you know what I'm saying, and they'll catch you coming out the store with your cigars and your guns and all that and stuff. And they don't have that like that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about that no more.
Dudes walking in stores with AKs in their hand.
Stuck
I'm
in they it's stuck
watching
in their shirt.
dude just walking, got looking like Jesse James, got the gun on their side and everything, just walking in stores. That's why I say they need to have all police just a couple of nights, maybe a weekend, everybody just take everybody out of the police car, put them in a plane car, and just run around and jump out of cars.
Mm-hmm.
And jump out of cars. Cause that's how I did back then. I can tell you what a lot of people made. He said, "I don't know." Make
She
sure.
said,
Yeah.
she said, I don't know, but he makes sure to use that Miss Clairol though, because you don't see no gray. He's
Yeah,
there.
man.
Remember Frank Melton?
But see,
So you think Frank Melton did anything for the city?
I think he tried. I
No.
think he. I think he made some things worse because he didn't know he was running on emotions.
Mm.
See, when you ain't running on a clear plan and you running on emotions. See, let me tell you something. When Kenneth Stokes was out here talking about he was gonna change, so bold and so arrogant, it really worked against him because he went through it the wrong way. He had good intentions, but he went through the wrong way. First thing he did wrong, he destroyed all the projects. What made everybody
Oh, Kenneth Stokes did that?
no
Frank Melton. Okay.
man on the screen. Yeah, but that what we remember in Frank Miller. See, and then when he did that, like all these projects, Maple Street Apartments, Metro Manor, and all these apartments and housing and stuff like that that he tore down, he didn't realize when he tore down them houses and gave them certificates and said, well, we're gonna put you in a regular house besides somebody else. He didn't realize these are project people that you putting beside somebody who was a good person. Now you done took somebody who got tattooed, jail, all this, smoking weed on their front yard, parking across the grass. You
I
know,
know you're not saying women did those things. I know that's not what you're saying.
what did you hear?
I'm talking about you said that's what they doing, sitting around smoking weed and all that. You know, I'm just saying you think women actually was doing that?
I didn't say just women, I said people.
Oh, okay. But when they gave the certificates, they were for the parents with children. Remember?
They children was smoking weed. What you mean?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean let's not play. Listen, the first thing, let me tell
That's
you
not
something.
playing no
First thing,
game.
listen, all our songs back then was "Don't Mess with a Chick" from the Projects. You remember them songs? Ice Cube. We can go once upon a time in the projects. Yo, I damn near had the record jumped in them. Who is it? I'm just saying. Every man knew back then if you mess with a project girl, you on the subject or might get robbed. Some nigga that just got out of jail might show up. It's all kind of stuff can go on by messing with her. You feel what I'm saying? Baby dad and kids and kids running over there ready to jump on you or something. Yeah, you might have all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, well, I'm saying when he did that, he wasn't thinking. You know, sometimes you gotta think, what's not because okay, say you take everybody to the project, you just can't put them in a regular neighborhood. You got to put them in a project neighborhood. You got to downgrade them to a project neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Put them in a house first. Put them in one of them houses. You know how they make them whole house and places for everybody to be in a house instead of
Like
apartment.
they've made in Fondren.
Oh, they made that. Oh, you talking? That's apartments.
It's apartments.
No,
But
that's
all of
not
those apartments are
project.
considered like,
Apartments ain't nothing but projects. Yeah,
yeah,
give you 10 more years. 10 more years, them gonna be the hood. And apartments ain't nothing but the projects. It's projects waiting to happen. All you gotta do is start getting the wrong people up in there. That's all you got to do. But what I'm saying is, when he was trying to get them out of apartments and put them in houses, what he should have did was like a lot of them houses that you got to think about it. Soon as he tore down, now watch this. Soon as he tore down them apartments and put them in houses, all the neighborhoods went down around the projects. All the houses and stores, everything went down around the projects.
they didn't have nobody to shop there.
Oh no! What happened was you took them. They was right in. They was in a controlled environment. All the bad people was in one little controlled environment. So then you spread them, and they gave them certificates. They didn't want to move out the neighborhood. They moved in the neighborhood. They just moved beside the good people all around there, and then the good people ran, and the bad people didn't pay their taxes. They wasn't trying to buy no home and this and that. All they did is mess it up and left.
Hmm.
And you look around Georgetown, you look around all that going up towards Capitol Street, they just destroyed all that. All them new houses that they had put out there. Remember, they had new houses all through there. They had built new houses behind that Circle K on Capitol Street.
Mm-hmm.
Going from the projects up there, they had built all that right there. And all that stuff gone.
Mike said Kenneth Stokes keep winning because he has dirt on those who run against him.
That might be true.
Nikki said he would get he would get out there and be a part of the crime prevention. I remember seeing him suited up. He put on the vest, put a curfew in place, and saw it through.
Yeah, but like I said, and you know what? I ain't gonna even say that Frank Miller didn't have it right. I'm gonna say this: Frank Miller didn't live through his vision of the plan. Because if he had been here longer and got him a new term and did longer, he might have did something much different. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I can't even hate and say that he didn't have the right plan. I just say his plan wasn't able to be put in action.
Yeah, because his life was cut short.
Yeah, right. I do that because he was trying hard because he was finna get Mill Street right and everything. He had started delegating to everybody who didn't want paving no houses and them dilapidated houses. He was knocking all of them down.
Even the ones that he didn't have authority to, huh?
Right. He said, I pay the fine. You just remember those songs. Let me see. Oh, kid turn bad. Let me see. What did he say, bro? My best night was with the Project Chick. Lord, what a night, damn. I need to find her again. Know what I'm saying, man? I mean, look, they took the projects away. They took the projects away. And brought down the property value. There goes the neighborhood. That's what it is. Because it's the same thing. You remember when in Bars in the Hood, when he brought her up there and he said ginger,
Gentrification.
see, the reason you do that is taking the good people putting bad people beside the good people and making the good people move. The owners that actually own some move because you done took all the people who didn't own nothing and let them rent. And they started just going in places and they were just gonna be there temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Like you give a person say, okay, we're gonna put you in this house, you gonna own this, or you can rent to own it, or put them in a better place and put it at a cheaper price. You would have got some people to stay in some of them places. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing that. They ain't had no proper plan in place once they knocked all them projects down. They just gave them certificates and let them run wild all around Jackson. Well, they found a house, they give a certificate, and they were gonna pay a certain amount, and it was on and popping. And these folks didn't know how to act around regular people. I mean, it's the same thing when New Orleans, when the hurricane with that Katrina, knocked everybody out of New Orleans.
Out of the water.
They came up here, started robbing and stuff. They went to Texas, started robbing. Texas changed laws, made all them New Orleans people go back to New Orleans.
That was terrible.
They couldn't get away with the same thing they were running all these other towns with. So you got to think about all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But we ain't gonna run on forever, like they say. Every good thing must come to an end. You got anything else for us?
No, I don't. Have a good night, everybody.
How we came in is how we go out there. Don't forget tomorrow's show at 9 o'clock on the dot. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Good night, nigga. It's gonna be fire. Gonna be filled with that good stuff. So, like they say, I will be here again with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get it started.
Yep, let's do it. Do it.
Oh yeah.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, that's it.
I got something.
You better let it go.
Got it.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stingy.
See y'all later, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Peace.